Now I'm going to show you what I told you, everything I told you put together. I showed you transforming. I showed you quick scratching. I showed you gallop scratching. I showed you rhythm scratching. Now I'm going to put it all together and try to get busy for you. Now, double beating is something that takes a lot of practice. What it is catching one turntable before you catch the other one, but also catching that turntable back before you catch this one. It's hard to explain, but it's better to show it. It's easier to show it. As you notice, there's a sound that goes cut, cut, huh, huh. In other words, that's double beating. You hear both of the records at the same time, but not at the same time. It gives a double effect.
Explain that to me again.
Explain it to you again. Okay. What you have to do is catch this record and then let this one follow it behind it. You could do it either way. You could catch this record first and let this one follow behind it. What the idea is to do is to get a double sound. To make, say the record goes cut, huh. You want to hear the record go cut, cut, huh, huh. In other words, it sounds like this. The extra add-on was something called a triple double cut. That's when you add the last double sound and make it a triple. I'll show this to you again. As you heard, the record went cut, cut, huh, huh, huh. So it's a double, triple effect. Beatbox scratching is catching a snare and a kick that are very close to each other and making a new beat with it. It goes a little something like this. As you can see, you're catching the kick, you slow it down, catch the snare. Or you can catch them both together, it causes a different effect. When you catch the kick by itself, it's just this effect. Then you want the snare to give it the extra drum effect, why we call it a beatbox. Shiver scratching is another form of scratching. First person I ever heard to do it was DST. He showed me. It's the art of shaking the record and giving it like a shivering effect or a thundering effect. It's called shivering, thundering, rhythms. rebel scratching. Goes like this. What? Shake the record back and forth, give it an effect. Well, there's also something that builds off of this called a helicopter scratch. You call it a helicopter scratch because the sound of the scratch changes. It sounds like a helicopter going frontwards and backwards. The way you do that is the same shaking, but you're also moving the record slowly but surely, backwards and frontwards. I'm on stage a lot with Dana Dane, and on stage I do a lot of tricks. When I do my tricks, I take off my headphones because it gives you the best agility and movement. Lets you move a lot easier. Doesn't get you tangled in your wires as you're doing certain tricks. I'm going to show you spinning behind the back.
There is, there is, there is, there is.